Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome back if you're a subscriber. My name's Neil, and it is time for another episode of Lost. Something I've learned working in the industry, guys, is about sweep months, mid-season climaxes, and I worked on superhero television shows for years, and we always had our major mid-season events scheduled for episodes 9, 10, 11, because those are the ones that always play in November. November is the traditional sweeps months where networks use their ratings to determine advertising revenue for the following quarter or following half season. And so smart shows and most shows, because television is a business, put their big mid-season events into those episodes, 8, 9, 10, 11, that range of episodes. So I know we're getting into the meat of season 2 right now, which is exciting. What it's going to be, I don't know, but let's talk about spoilers, because as much as I would like this whole experience to be just like as if I were watching the show for the very first time back in 2004, 2005, when the show first came out, along with everybody else, not knowing anything about what's to come, it's simply impossible for me to completely avoid information, especially since I'm doing reaction videos and I have a community that comment and share things. And I would just ask you guys to consider something. You may not think of something as a spoiler, but it does change my viewing experience. For instance, let's go back to the episode, I forget which number it was this season, 2 or 3, where Sarah is wheeled into the ER in a car accident and Jack is operating on her, and there's the driver of the other vehicle. And some of you mentioned in the comments, hey, that's Shannon's dad, or who is it, and the information comes out. So yes, technically it was there, but I think for 95% of the viewers of that episode, they would have missed those very subtle moments. Unless you rewatched, unless you listened to that secondary conversation, you would have missed it the first time. And so I went into episode 6, which was Shannon's flashback, knowing that her dad was in an accident with Sarah, that he was dying, that he died, that Jack was there. And I missed out on that moment of realization, that OMG moment of shock, because I would have realized it in episode 6 as opposed to being told about it 3 or 4 episodes earlier. Not technically a spoiler because the information was in that episode 2 or 3, but it changed my experience of episode 6 because of it. So all I'm asking is, if you are going to leave comments, and I do love the comments and I do love your thoughts, but just think about how it shapes my viewing experience. And I know it's being very precious of me to ask for all of you to be careful for my precious viewing experience, but that's what I'm doing. I'm being a little precious right now. There are other kinds of spoilers that I literally cannot avoid. Like, I'm watching Lost reruns on Disney Plus. And again, let me quote the normies here for a second, guys. This is not a market substitute. You should not be watching me watch Lost as an alternate to watching the show yourself. Hopefully you are watching it by yourself, you've watched it multiple times, and now you're watching me react to it, but I have to watch it on Disney Plus. And unlike back in the day where you just sort of tuned into ABC at 9 o'clock without knowing what was coming other than another episode of Lost, now I know a title, and I get this darn blurb that I literally cannot avoid on Disney Plus that tells me a brief summary of what happens in the episode. Now, I try not to pay attention to that, but when episode 9 is called What Kate Did, and the line right under that says Kate's original crime that started her life on the run is revealed, well, screw you, Disney. That's not cool. Don't blow it for me. But okay, now I know it's a Kate flashback episode, and that doesn't literally tell me anything, but I do know now to expect a Kate flashback, and for that mystery that was teased for a lot of season 1 to finally be revealed. And I just wish I didn't know that going into this episode. So yeah, you know, this is me being a little bit of a whiner. I'm still loving the show, obviously, and I'm loving where the story's going, but I just wish I didn't lose these few surprises, because I think it would have been really cool if, you know, I started this episode and found out midway through, you know, 10 minutes in that, oh, it's a Kate flashback, maybe we're finally going to learn. Now I know to expect it, and it's just not quite the same. Anyhow, we are going to get a Kate flashback. We are going to learn about her original crime. I know I've hypothesized about what this may be. You guys can watch my season 1 recap if you want to hear about those theories in depth. I'm curious to see whether I'm right or wrong. I'm probably wrong because I just took a shot in the dark. But this will be the episode where we get to find out. Presumably, we're also going to see Ana Lucia and the rest of the Tale survivors start their integration process into Survivorville. I'm very curious to see how that all shakes out. I think we're going to get some more Kate and Sawyer moments while she nurses Sawyer back to health. I'm hoping that there's some really cool Ana Lucia Jack conversations. And I'm very curious about Echo and Locke. They're kind of the spiritual leaders of each group, and I'm curious to see. I feel like there may be some very interesting philosophical conversations between those two once they become comfortable enough to actually open up to each other. Adding new characters always adds new possibilities in a story, in a serial, in a long series, and you know, suddenly there's going to be some whole new dynamics opening up that will be very interesting to witness. So I'm looking forward to getting into it. This is episode 9 of season 2, and like I said, it's called What Kate Did. Oh no, previously on. I like that Sun and Jin are finally good together. It's been so long. Years for them. Hurley's awesome. Love Hurley. Oh.
Michael told me you pulled the bullet out with your bare hands. Just show me how to do that sometime. I love her.
You're delirious, but you're speaking truth. Put her in a tree. What? That can't be real. Polar bears and black stallions? Is this more of the zoology experiments, or has she like fallen and knocked herself out and this is all a dream?
Hey, girl. What are you doing here?
Let's get you to bed.
What the hell is that smell?
Probably your breath.
Who's this guy? Is this...
You're beautiful.
Is this her stepdad, or who is this perv?
You are beautiful.
Good night.
This was my theory. So she was just waiting for him, and she doesn't live there. What? Whoa! Did she do that on purpose? She had a moment of pause there when she had a moment of pause.
How about a beer?
Like to see some ID?
I'm 24, Mom. How's that wrist?
What, this? No, that shelf in the kitchen sticks out sometimes. Think I'd remember it was there, but I banged it.
Don't.
Yeah.
I made my bed, Catherine.
Well, your bed's gone, Ma.
What is this?
An insurance policy for the house.
What? I
took it out in your name.
Does Wayne know about this?
No, Wayne does not.
Just remember that you were here and you didn't see me, okay?
Catherine, what did you do?
I took care of you, Ma.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
I was
You're not gonna see
right.
me for a while.
Did her mom turn her in? Did her mom report her?
What did you do? Catherine!
You okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm just
I just saw
I'm tired.
saw a horse.
Should get down to the beach for Shannon.
I was actually thinking that I should stay and watch Sawyer.
Yeah.
You should be there.
Don't forget the button.
I got it.
I love that the show is unclear about whether people are having visions or not. What do we know about that horse?
I'm gonna go to the funeral.
I don't think I'm gonna make it.
Shannon and I were strangers. We never would have met if... But we did meet. I loved her.
He's a romantic.
May she rest in peace.
When you wake up, you're gonna get a kick out of me feeding you like a baby. I saw a horse. Yeah. That's what happens when you don't sleep.
Whoa. Kill me?
Why did you kill me?
Oh, she's still having visions. Wake up, girl. What happened to Kate?
Kate! Sawyer!
What happened? 23. Come on.
What happened?
I don't know.
Where's Kate?
You said, I don't know.
What is up with her?
Kate. Hey.
Do you think there are horses here?
What? Seen polar bears. Seen monsters. Well, heard monsters, but horses.
People don't talk enough in television.
Tallahassee, one way, please.
They keep things
Tallahassee.
interesting.
I spent a week in Tallahassee one night. What's a pretty girl like you gonna do down in Tallahassee?
I'm sure I'll find something.
Hey. Don't I know you?
No, I don't think so.
Don't run, Kate.
Yeah.
Got her.
Kate Austin, you're under arrest for murder.
I didn't do anything.
Oh, yeah, you did. Your mama gave you up, Kate.
Yep. Man, battered woman syndrome's a real thing, isn't it? Finally. That's a solid season on.
Thank you. Free at last, huh?
What's he doing?
Hey, Locke. What's up with the blast doors?
Like in case of an explosion, they come from the ceiling.
Didn't even know they had them.
Did leave a movie. Movie? You want to see it?
Yeah, let's watch it again.
I would like to see it too,
Why not?
if you don't mind.
What happened in the hatch, Kate? Why'd you leave?
I'm sorry.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I am not as perfect as you. I'm sorry that I'm not as good.
Okay. Hey.
Please, this place is crazy. It's just...
It's all right. All right.
Oh, Kate. What the heck do I know? She thought he was someone else for a second. I think she thought he was... She's having visions. She is messed up.
It is highly recommended that you and your partner take alternating shifts. Do not attempt to use the computer for anything. Congratulations. Thank you. Namaste.
And good luck.
Good luck.
You've been pushing that button every 2 hours since you got down here.
Every hour and 48 minutes.
Don't they want to know why?
What does Echo know?
It's pretty self-explanatory.
What about all the missing pieces?
Oh, you mean the splices?
Yeah.
It's just a frame here and there, I think. Nothing important.
I think Locke's
What do you
wrong
think?
there. It's oddly familiar to him? What did he see in there that's...
Sorry, I missed it. Her funeral, Cause I'm going crazy. Do you believe in ghosts, Saeed?
I saw Walt in the jungle just before Shannon was shot. Does that make me crazy?
I'm assuming the third grave is Arst.
It's a long drive back to the arraignment. You comfy? But the question is, now? Why now?
It is an interesting question.
Why, after all these years, did you just decide to blow poor Wayne up?
He come knocking on your door late at night?
He never touched me.
Whoa. Frickin' horse. That horse really matters to her. We're getting surreal here.
The alarm goes off in 4 minutes. You can't type anything till then.
Okay, interesting.
Mind if I check out some of this hardware?
Sure. Just don't break it.
I have something I think you should see.
Is this from Arrow Station?
If you don't mind, I will begin at the beginning. We found a book. Do you know this story?
No.
No, afraid I don't. The Book of Law. You may know it as the Old Testament, and it was with that ancient book that Josiah rebuilt the temple.
I'm gonna.
On the other side of the island, we found a place much like this. And in this place, we found a book. I believe what's inside there will be of great value to you.
It was just a Bible, right? But what are the details in here? Oh, hidden compartment in the Bible. Are we gonna another tape? Is that what's been spliced out? Or is this... Yeah. What else? Dig it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Rose's husband's white. Didn't see that one coming.
There's something you need, Hurley.
Who's taking care of Sawyer?
Son is.
So you're like mad at him? Transference.
What are you, a shrink now?
Well, that's what they call it in the mental hospital.
I'm not mad at anyone.
I wonder if we're going to get some interesting Libby Hurley scenes since she's a psychologist and he's got his history.
Uh-huh.
She's going to
I'll send one
enlist
over to you, right.
Sam Austin. That's her dad.
Is it true what they're saying?
Why didn't you tell me, Dad?
Tell you what?
Photos of you in Korea up until 4 months before I was born.
She's not his.
Why didn't you tell me that Wayne was my father?
Oh, that's why she did it. Because he was actually her dad.
I didn't tell you because I knew you'd kill him. And your mother loved him.
So why didn't you kill him?
Because I don't have murder in my heart. I'm gonna have to call him.
Give her a head start at least.
Can I have an hour? Hi, Daddy.
He's still her daddy.
Can you hear me? Sawyer? Wayne? I'm probably crazy.
Yeah, no kidding. You're calling Sawyer Wayne. Talk about daddy issues.
Maybe you're in there. You asked me why
Why I killed you.
I did it. It wasn't because you drove my father away. Or the way you looked at me. Or because you beat her. It's because I hated that you were a part of me. That I would never be good. And every time that I look at Sawyer, I see you, Wayne. And it makes me sick.
That's about the sweetest thing I've ever heard. Bunk bed?
Yeah, you're in the bunker.
Yeah.
Are we saved?
Nope. You're still lost.
What are the odds? Here's the missing piece right back where it belongs.
Don't mistake coincidence for fate.
There's a heavy line.
Come on, a minute. We've been rescued.
Still on the island.
Son of a bitch.
You need a haircut.
Oh, really? Maybe I'll take me back inside.
Horse. He sees it too.
You see that?
You mean the big-ass horse standing in the middle of the jungle, then? Yeah.
Is the horse Wayne? Like, you know, we've had these sorts of moments before.
You know that horse, Freckles?
Yeah, I do.
Well, it's about time. Oh, they still have booze.
Tequila and tonic. That's your drink, right?
Sure you want to waste that on me?
Figured you could use a drink.
You're gonna try to convince me that everyone here doesn't hate me.
Only if you're gonna try to convince me that every woman in the world's not crazy.
I didn't know Michael was a computer guy.
You and your partner take alternating shifts.
What else are we going to learn here?
And do not attempt to use a computer for anything else other than the entering of the code.
Uh-oh.
This is its only function. Utilize a computer for communication with the outside world. This is strictly forbidden. Attempting to use a computer in this manner will compromise the integrity of the project and could lead to another incident.
Interesting. What's Michael about to try? Don't you dare use the computer for anything else. Uh-oh. Hello? Only fit. What is going on? Who's on the other side of the line? Did he do anything, or is this just because they played the tape? Who are you? I'm fascinated. Who is it? Who is... Walt? What? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's awesome. Awesome. Wow, this is so... What a great episode. I know why so many of the commenters are saying that season 2 is their favorite. Like, the world is just getting more interesting, more complex. There's so much going on. So what's up with the horse? It's clearly real, but it appears to be the exact same horse that saved her from the marshal the first time Kate was taken into custody. So what's that about? Why haven't we seen the horse on the island before? Does it exist on the island for the same reason that polar bears exist on the island, or is there something else at play here? So that's crazy. We finally learn the full extent of Kate's backstory, and the irony is like during my season 1 recap, I said I feel like Kate either killed her dad or her stepdad, and it turns out in a way she killed both, because she for most of her life she thought it was her stepdad, and then she found out it was her dad, and so she killed him. That's the reason why, because she didn't want that constant reminder that she would never be good. She thought she had her who she thought was her dad, Mr. Austin, to aspire to, and instead he left left her when she was just 5. Good that we've sort of finally fleshed out that backstory, and it makes sense. And the interesting thing is it was premeditated, it was planned, it was motivated. What she did was illegal, and whether it was somehow justified or not, I don't think legally it's justified in any sense whatsoever. And yeah, she's a criminal, she's a murderer, she decided to take a life and she did it. That's brutal. That's brutal. And she's been dealing with that ever since. And then what a crazy cliffhanger here at the very end. The story's moving a lot faster than I thought. I spotted that it appeared that there were splices taken out of the film when we first saw it back in orientation. I didn't think we'd find a missing piece to it immediately like that. I mean, we're only a few episodes later, and suddenly we're piecing together this mystery, and so we're not allowed to use the computer for anything else. We're not allowed to use it for communication. It may trigger another incident, which we feel is, if not a nuclear meltdown, something on a similar scale, something that caused the Dharma Foundation to have to basically cover the entire power plant with feet upon feet of concrete. And the moment they plug that missing piece of film back into the film, and we learn that information, Suddenly the computer is talking. Suddenly there's a voice on the other end of the line. Suddenly it's a chat room, when previously the computer, you could never use it for anything prior to the last 4 minutes once the alarm sounded. I don't think Michael did anything to the computer. I didn't realize he was a tech guy. I thought he was more of a, he works in construction, right? He's an artist, but apparently he knows his way around computers. And I don't think he did anything. I feel like he was more just sort of getting a lay of the land, seeing what connected to what, and all of a sudden the computer's talking to him, and it's Walt on the other end. Where is Walt? I'm beginning to wonder, are the others just a single group or not? Because there's one group of the others are stealing people from the Tail Survivors camp. They took a total of 12 people. They had infiltrators in both camps, Goodwin and Ethan. And yet when we have caught glimpses of the others, they're dressed in rags, unless those are just the prisoners. But it felt like when we just saw the feet walking by, when Jin and Echo were hiding in the bushes, I think clearly we were supposed to think that there was at least one child with them, because they were holding the teddy bear on a rope, the last one through, and that, in retrospect, we think, okay, that must have been the boy that was one of the Tail survivors. And yet there's another group of others on the boat with guns that took Walt from the raft and shot Sawyer. And are they the same group? And if they have Walt, clearly they've got Walt at a computer. Maybe not. But, well, I don't know. Of course he has to, unless Walt's power is sometimes just like, oh, I've found a computer network that I can tap into with my mind because I'm basically the Green Lantern. Tons of questions, lots to process. Loving how quickly the show is moving and developing and expanding. I was hoping we'd see some Locke and Echo scenes, and it feels like they're definitely going to be a constant partnership of sorts. That's going to be a regular discussion. Obviously, Bernard is reunited with Rose. Clearly, Jack and Ana Lucia are going to develop some sort of relationship. I'm not talking romantic. I'm just talking that's going to become a dynamic that we're going to frequently visit. Which makes me wonder about Libby. Where's Libby going to fit in? And I do think that there's a possibility that she and Hurley might develop perhaps a bit of a doctor-patient relationship, perhaps more just of a friendship. She seems to have her head on straight. I like what I've learned about her so far. It'll be interesting to see more of how the Tail survivors fit into the community. Part of me really wants to keep watching episodes, but I'm at least going to take a day off before I watch a few more. I do want to get ahead a little bit just to build a buffer, because yes, I will be doing a Patreon soon. I know a lot of you are asking. I will get to it. I just need to build up enough of a buffer that I can offer value to anyone who's generous enough to follow me there. So stay tuned for that. I hope to have it up soon. I'm not ready to announce a date just yet, but it will be happening soon. And thank you all for your patience. Love you guys, love your comments. If you haven't yet, please consider leaving a thumbs up and hitting subscribe. And until next time, guys, take care, stay healthy, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.